didn't really cost you much money and you could sell it for more than you paid for it. Again, another money cheat, effectively. And I think they were put in to help out console gamers who couldn't get access to things like the Easy Developer Toolkit that makes you print money on. Just print money. And I also guess if I replace this tractor with a newer model later on, probably won't put things on it, front loader arms on it. Because this tractor, I mean, it's helpful. I think the little orange tractor's kind of doing okay. I would like a front loader at some point, or telehandler at some point, to do some of the work on the farm. So we don't really need all the tractors with front loader arms, at least not forever. Oh, and there were 2 vehicle mods that came in. Did turn that on. Let's go to the store. Things with engines, trucks. This was released this week, which is Black Sheep's little truck. Did enjoy using this. I think we used this back in 19. Very handy little truck. Also, what came up is these plus trucks. This is an older model, so it's cheaper. There was also in the mowing section this thing. And the wonderful thing about this thing is it has PTO connection on both sides. So you can actually use this with the front mower on. We could use it on our Valtra, and that's 160 horsepower, and then you would put that on the front, which is 70, so that's about 230. So I would need more engine power in a Valtra to be able to run that set. But the advantage with being able to put the 2 mowers off the same PTO on the tractor is it doesn't leave a gap when you're mowing. However, we're using the Elho rear-mounted reverse drive mower, and so I don't really need that one now, but I thought I would download it anyway and mention it. Now again, it doesn't windrow, so you still are going to have to do a thing to get everything in line and what have you, but it's a very handy piece of equipment. So those are the 2 pieces of equipment that I picked up this week from the Mod Hub. And we will quite possibly, if I do decide to go semi-trucks, we'll get the man truck from Black Sheep because I happen to like it. It also comes in hook lift version. I don't know that we have any hook lift modules. Oh, it might have come with some actually. I do that, and I do that. I think it's that one. And that pack there. So yeah, it comes with that 22,000. And yeah, that's about it. But there's other hook lift things that you can pick up and attach. Yeah, I'm reversing back a little bit far. But when it comes to ploughing, this is usually my preferred ploughing method. I really don't like rocks. We have rocks turned off, so we're not going to see any on this playthrough. I suppose since there is a lime cell point, I could look into pulling in a lime maker, stone crusher mod. Since we are going to be doing corn, we're probably going to be doing root crops. There is an argument to be made that we just yeah, pull all that stuff in, turn on rocks, and then pick them up and crush them. I was going to do some woodwork as well, or forestry stuff, and chop those trees down at the next to our grass field, because that thing, or that copse of trees, is a right royal pain in the butt. So just getting rid of them would be a good thing all round. It's that, or I can turn that grass field into a yard extension. Getting a little close to the end here, so we'll probably have to start doing headlands before too long. Oh yeah, 90% done. There you go. Alrighty. This week on YouTube, I have been watching Carnage play Starfield, his first playthrough. Reason to watch him doing that is he tends to be fairly thorough with the storyline, although he did rush the main story for reasons he explains in the series. But also, you get his reaction the first time he sees a thing, which is also nice. I mean, a lot of times, if you watch subsequent series, you'll miss all of that because he's already seen it, so the reaction isn't as genuine. Personally, I'm not sure my PC will run it, which is why I really haven't bothered getting the game. I'm not sure I'm into those sorts of games. I do like science fiction. So if the style of game was something I think I would enjoy playing, it's a game I would get. But as I said, I'm not sure my PC's up to it. It was a good PC back in 2017. So it's a little bit long in the tooth. I'm getting to the point where I can play most of the games that are coming out, but I'm on minimum spec capabilities, not on recommended spec. So probably can't play with full graphics and all the rest of the stuff going. And part of the problem there is if I want to upgrade the PC, I need a new graphics card primarily. On some games I need a better processor. Now, a better processor, not going to be a problem. A better graphics card, I can buy one step up, but they're really expensive, and in fact the newer graphics cards are cheaper. And the way I look at it is, why am I spending $1,000 on an older model graphics card, which is the best that will run on my motherboard, when I could spend $400 on the latest series graphics card and another $600 on a new motherboard? But then I've got other things that I have to worry about that may or may not work on the system. So, and probably not going to do it this year. Now next year, with Farm Sim 25, I might find myself in the dilemma of if I want to do Farm Sim 25 at full graphics and everything else, then yeah, I'm going to need to get myself a PC upgrade. But we'll hold off until then. Plus, the thing with a lot of new games is you kind of want to wait for the first 2 or 3 patches before you get a game that's actually working like what it's intended to. Okay, how are we doing with this one? Because we were at 90%. Oh, we kind of got done. Okay, we can collect this. Go back to the map. So there was one over here, which is on the way back to the farm. One down there. So we come to 67. We can do this one. Come down there to 90. Then we would have to roam around the world. I'll probably come back that way, into the backyard, across the road, and then up the back road to our farm. That's approximately 67. That's where we want to go. So we can turn that off.
If I knew what it tastes like.
Plow is not turned on, so it must be turned the wrong way. Well, it seems like the farmer really wanted me to plough this field the way I didn't plough it. Across the hill. But we kind of, obviously this tractor's 40 horsepower more. It is capable of pulling the hills with this plough. So 180 horsepower equipment, this tractor at 220-ish is not going to have too much of an issue. looking at the map in the corner and there's a vehicle in the store. I'm thinking, what did I miss?
These match actually.
The store's forklift, obviously.
Yeah, well, this.
So there is, of course, one worry here, is that this tractor at 30 hours is struggling with maintenance. We have to maintain it far more frequently than we have been. So what might end up happening is we might end up doing this field and then have to run back to the barn to fix the tractor. I mean, tractor fixing will cost us 3,000. So I'm going to guess that doing it this way is not what the farmer wants me to do. However, it's the longest edge, so definitely advantageous for me. How's the time? 10:30. Need to unfold and flip. And set a 90. And back to that one, invert offset, back. Alrighty. So once again, oops, we are back on track. And we get this one done. So 9 miles an hour. This is one of the reasons I like these plows to the others, is they do travel faster. It's only a 3 meter width on this size. I think the Lemken Titan gives you about 4.7, which frankly isn't much more. But definitely feasible with what we're doing. I think a lot of our equipment now is 6 meters wide. So we've got a 6 meter cultivator, we've got a 6 meter seeder. Probably get the 6 meter planter as well. Don't know how much that costs. We might need a loan for that. But still, it's slowly building up the equipment for the farm. Missing a little bit with the depth of field when I turn around. I'm sort of looking at the field and thinking, oh, I need to drop that now, and I'm actually dropping it in the headland. Still, this one is 67. 67 isn't the biggest, so 90's the biggest. So the next field after this one will pay the best. That's another 14,000, put us back up to 25. So we've almost covered the cost of this plough. Which is fine. sort of, we bought a plough to make some money, and while we're not going to make money this time out, it does mean that anything we do with the plough going forwards is going to be straight income. And see, there's about two plough boards past the end of the field. Why aren't I going fast? 'Cause I'm not going fast. But yeah, so maybe the next tractor will be a 250, 280 horsepower tractor. So rather than the T6, I'd get a T7. Lets me work with, what we have. But gives me some form of expansion potential. And then when this tractor just gets too old, we can sort of semi-retire this tractor into mowing only. And then when we decide to replace it, we'll get a Valtra Q with the bigger engine, so that it can complement whatever other tractor we get here. We had a lot of wildlife visit this week. I think we had about 10 deer sleeping over on Wednesday night. And somewhere in the region of 13 turkeys yesterday morning wandered through the yard. Anyway.
Well, after you don't go Google. What I was actually going to tell you, Mommy, is it looked like some of the ants eating the stuff. The ant traps, like eating some of it.
I don't even mess with that, okay? Because there's poison in there.
I looked in it.
Okay.
There isn't anything in it.
Oh, then I just throw it away.
Yeah.
That looks like Charlie.
Yeah, later today I'm going to get back to finishing off some yard work.
Okay, bye.
I need to clean out the area where all the scrap pieces of wood are. And then I can chop some more tree limbs down and let them dry out until next spring, when we can set fire to them. So possibly one more fire. We've got a whole bunch of shrubbery needs to be trimmed.
What is that?
I've got the trailer hitched up on the lawn tractor, so it's just easier to cut that stuff around.
The pants fit.
Your pants fit? Well, there you go. That's usually a good thing. Then
Okay.
We're only going to be going about an hour so far, so an hour to get one field and a bit done. It's not bad, I guess.
I feel like my outfit it matches. I didn't really
I think replacing the tractors and putting a weight on this has helped with the traction a little. Seem to be slipping. I'm not sure we'd have done too well with the Nokian wheels on this with a plough going up this hill. Probably have had to go across. Anyway. But yeah, as we went through December, I did move a little bit of snow to make it a little bit easier to get from the shed to the bunker silo. But really, we didn't need to move that much. So just having that snowblower was adequate for the farm at the moment. We didn't have to travel anywhere. We got no animals to feed, so winter was pretty much a millennial farmer winter. We have some crop to sell, and we can look at the snow. And that was it. Now, obviously going forward, when we get animals, we are going to have to make sure that we are able to feed them. That's going to be a little bit interesting. The days are obviously darker, so was running the sleep trigger up to about 9 o'clock in the morning, and after 4 o'clock it was pitch dark. Not that you can really do a lot of work at that time because the ground was frozen for pretty much of it. Still, I think we're doing okay, and we did buy a big field, 3 hectare field over winter. So that's kind of increased our land holding